Hey y'all.
Yeah, we're live.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey, I gotta
Welcome
find
back.
us online.
Yeah, I gotta find Toy. It's like a delay.
Oh, it is.
Yeah, it's a couple seconds. Give us a second. We about to share the live. If you on and you see us, share the live. Share the
Share
live.
the live. Invite your friends.
You say
Come
you
in,
want
come
to share
in,
the
come
live. If you
in.
on and you see us, share the live. Share the live.
Share the live. Invite your friends.
Y'all hear that?
Invite your friends.
Oh, there it goes. I always forget to click like
That
when
is
I'm
too
trying to click.
funny.
It's always watch party. Okay.
Hello, everyone.
Okay, perfect. So we in here today. This one.
Yes, we are.
I need. Hold on 1 second. I need to turn on this other light. It's dark.
You look good.
Yes.
Thank you. No, like it's extra light over here. Like I can't see my paper.
Oh.
Yeah, like I couldn't see anything. I'm like, it's so dark. But yeah, hey y'all. Today is going to be Bashari. Today is going to be a fun class. And like if you guys see the flyers and everything that we dropped, today's class is about setting goals. We just want to talk to you guys a little bit to see what you do to stay in like line with your dreams. Do you write them out? A lot of people write them out, right? Like if you want to succeed, you need to set goals, right? What just writing them down gives you focus and it gives you a direction. You can't think about like writing goals down or not writing a goal down. It's just having a wish in your mind. And we don't want you to wish, right?
No wishing. No wishing.
Somebody
Wishing ain't
got a
bad.
mute.
Wait, what happened?
I hear an echo. Do you
I
hear
said somebody got a mute. Sorry, technical difficulty.
Okay. All right.
I can't hear one.
Okay.
Monda muted. That sounds good to me. Go ahead, Chris.
You can do it.
I
Okay.
just muted because I heard an echo.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Well, if you find that you're not hitting your goals, then we have a few things that we'll go over today. But the first question for the ladies of women of enrichment is going to be: do you set goals? And if you do, what does that process look like for you? So anybody can start.
I can go first. So I find that when I'm serious about something, I need to set a goal because I tend to be all over the place. It's like my mind is racing and moving, and I'm thinking about so many things that if I don't write, and I have to write it down. I'm one of those that I need to see it on paper, and I need to have some kind of a process to go through it, and then it's like I check off. Okay, that step is done, and that one is done. But I tend to, and I realize that when I do set my goals, that's when I meet them. You know, like what it is that I'm planning. Because you always have these little visions of what you would like things to be. Or like in 5 years, I want to be, a superhero and stuff. It's like, okay, did you go to the gym? Can you fight the demons? You know what I'm saying? So it's like these little things that you have to take steps. And then after that, you find out in 5 years, if I did all I needed to do, I'm superhero shape. But so yeah, I definitely have to set goals for myself.
Okay.
And I'll go. Can y'all see my phone? Can you see all of that's my poster board above my computer. Like just big sticky notes. And then I have notebooks and reams of stuff. And then I have like goal categories. Like I have my business goal categories, and then my health and wealth plane, and reading the vision and keeping it before your eyes and always going over it and affirming what you're trying to do. Because we live in a time, world, space, whatever, that is full of distractions, ridiculous, constant distractions that you can have amazing goals. And if it's not before you, if you didn't have it written it down, if it's not real to you, you can have all the goals in the world in your head and you'll never see it come to fruition because you're not organized and you're constantly distracted.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
I don't want to have an echo.
Now we can hear you.
Oh, okay, good. So I don't know. I just am a huge goal person. I'm probably like Toy. I don't have. Well, actually, right in my corner is one of those big notebook pads. So it is one of those you put on the wall. Those big things. And I got so much stuff for goals. I just love goal setting. But I have this little success journal that I always post about. And in this little success journal, you write down your 101 goals. And so you write your 101 goals for the year. And then you're like, oh, 101, that's a lot. Well, it causes you to stretch your mind and like think bigger. And you, like Toy said, you use the different categories. So I just think about like health. I think about self-help. I think about family, my marriage, you know. And then I break them down into different. Oh, I hear an echo. I break them down into different little things like on a goal card. So this is what I focus on in short term. And I like it because I keep it with me and it has a little confession. So I say it every day. This is about my trading. So how I'm doing in my trading, you know, so I just like it. That's what I use. And it's really good. I like it.
Okay.
And what's that thing you got there? You said it's called a what?
Oh, I turn my volume down. The Success Journal.
Yeah. What is that?
It's a journal.
Where'd you get that?
From Dr.
I'm
Stacey
just being
Pierce.
Oh, really?
okay.
Yeah, she
Nice.
makes these.
Okay.
And it's got a ton of stuff in here. It's got your goals, but then it also goes through your book. If you're reading a book, you can put your notes in there. You can journalize every day. Your big I am list. So we were doing that whole challenge with David Imanite.
Yeah.
And he was there, write down your ABCs of your all your I ams. So she has in there your I am. That was really good. So I did that in there. This is just one I use for a different thing. And then your vision statement for the week. What do you see happening? So you can she calls it scripting. So you write, you know, what you see is going to happen. And then like Toy said, you focus on it and it manifests. So I love it.
I like that. I like that.
I'm gonna need you. I need that link for that book.
Yeah,
Okay,
I like that.
I think it's lifecoachtwomen.com. That's her website, and in the store, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look that up because as far as goal setting goes for me, I set SMART goals, but that's because that was the only thing that I was taught was SMART goals. So for y'all who don't know what SMART goals are,
I'm gonna stay. Are you calling our goals dumb?
SMART is an acronym for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time bound, right? So you have to set very specific goals. You can't say, I want to lose weight. You have to say, I want to lose 10 pounds in this many weeks. And what I'm going to do to attain that goal is I'm going to change my diet this way. And then you measure that. Measure how much water you're drinking, how much exercise you're doing, and make sure that it's something attainable. You might want to lose more than 10 pounds for the year, but you're going to start at 10 because it's attainable right now. And it has to be relevant to what's going on, right?
Okay.
You have to set that time limit in order to keep yourself on track. Now, the second question for you guys, like we just said, is you set your goals, right? But just because you set your goals doesn't always mean that you hit your goals. So do you have a way that you reevaluate or revise your goals when you don't hit them in the time frame that you set?
Oh, that's a good one.
I love y'all.
I think for me I think it's also good to stay flexible. You know what I'm saying? And and know that you can tweak things and it's great to stick to the goals, but then you don't want to get to the point that you're so rigid on yourself that you quit. So give yourself some room to make adjustments as needed. And so for me, if I don't set, like if I have steps to reach my goal and some of them I've skipped or some of them I've missed, I try not to beat myself over it, and just go back and just, go back and do what it is that you missed doing and just kind of like reset. So I think that's pretty much what I do. I try not to get overwhelmed about certain things. I'm kind of like, yeah, okay, let's just readjust, you know? So that's me.
And my personality is totally different.
See, there you go.
That's awesome. That's why we're here.
I got to get it done. If I don't get it done, we need to have a conversation. We're pulling up to the table. Okay. Now, Monda, what happened? Like, we need to, okay. So, I mean, for example, like if I'm going to trade and I want to make a certain amount of money, I was just, talking to my husband about that. And like, okay, well, I have it broken. Trust me, if you know me, I have it broken down. So that means that I got to be able to make this amount this week, this amount this day, this amount, or many pips, whatever, this day, whatever. And so I can get to so I can get to my end goal. Mm-hmm. And if it hasn't happened, then I'm always like, okay, let's evaluate. What did I not do? What do I need to do? And am I going to abandon this goal? Nope, probably not. You know what I'm saying? And then, okay, where can I seek help in order so I can, to make it better? So I don't get down on myself per se if I don't reach a goal, but I do evaluate, like, what did I do wrong? Was it external forces? Did I not spend enough time in it? What else? So I'm always kind of evaluating based on the goals. So.
Okay.
I agree with both of you guys. I guess I would be like a combination of both. The part of my story is that, I went to school to get my MBA in human resources, and that was my concentration. And I had a moment in time that I really wanted to do the corporate America thing. I thought that was just, I made it as a Black woman because I have, a corner office with a window. And when I got to a certain level, I hated it. I was miserable. So I accomplished a goal, but it's like, it wasn't what I thought it was. And I was okay with letting it go and not having attachment to, well, I got to stick to it because it was my goal. Right. Mm-hmm. And then when it comes to trading, this is funny because it's kind of like with high frequency and regular Forex. I like both, but I like them for different reasons. And both of them have like different mindsets. So like with Monda, she's like, okay, I need this many pips and I would rather with high frequency, I like say, okay, my goal is X dollars that day and that's it and be done. And then I'm training myself with regular Forex to have patience to sit in a trade like Chrissy can for a week or two. I don't have it. I've been doing this for so long and I haven't developed that patience so much that I had to take a fast from trading. Like I literally was like, you know what? I'm going to take a 10-day fast because this shit is getting on my nerves, to be quite honest with you, because it's my own fault. Like I'm great at what I'm doing. It's just my impatience is just not a good thing. And that's a whole nother conversation. But what I'm saying, like, I didn't have an attachment to, I have to make my money in the foreign exchange market only. I had to let that go and say, well, I can get it over here.
Right.
And so I think that it's by any means necessary what you have to do, flexible, so you can get to your goals. And if you get to your goals and it's not what you thought it was, that's okay, let it go. And if you get to your goal and I feel like I said Tuesday, like goals are like moving targets. You're going to get one place and you're going to go to another place. So I don't have such a ridiculous attachment to outcome of goals. I just want to keep pressing forward. I think the best part is the journey. That's the best part.
Okay. And I agree. Like that's how it is for me. I have to remember to not be rigid in the way that I stop focusing on the end, because the goals are just the beginning of how to get to the end. Right. So that takes us like into a nice little segue. So when you have goals that you have to scrap, like you just have to say, this is not it. How do you feel? Like how do you deal with that and get over that feeling and move on to the next thing?
I'll go. I feel absolutely liberated. There's nothing better to say this doesn't work for me and that's okay. I feel liberated. I'm not a quitter. There's a difference between being a quitter and realizing that something doesn't work for you. And when you realize that you've given it all you got and it's not a good fit, it doesn't work for you, and you let it go, it's a liberation in letting it go. Like, ooh, I've let that burden off of my back, and now I can press forward and seek new goals.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. And for me, it's also when you set a goal, you're trying to get to a point of something that's practically kind of new for you, most of the times, right? And so when you're striving to get there and you realize like, okay, I may have to tweak or I have to scratch this, that's part of learning too, right? So now I can't do this. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're driving to New York and and everyone tells you, you got to get on the 95 and you're going to head north, and at least because I'm in Atlanta, and you're going to head north, and then you're like, okay, pit stop, right? Like you realize I don't like 95. It's just straight highway. I may have to detour and take the 81. You know what I'm saying? Right. And now I know for me, I can still get to New York. Yeah. I'm just going to have to go this route. That's what works for me. So to me, I don't really beat myself over the head about it. Like Latoya said, I feel liberated because now I do know what I don't like. Now I do know what does not work for me. And so therefore, when I'm trying to get to that other goal that may need these steps, that's not for Shay. So Shay, you just know, and you say, I've saved my time. I saved myself time for the next adventure, the next goal setting. So don't beat yourself up over it.
Right.
I think that's a great perspective. I'm working on that. One thing my parents raised me never to be is a quitter. I mean, not that if you abandon a goal, you're a quitter, because that's not what I'm saying at all. But there is I think a thin line of people quitting too soon before they really have tried their best. That song, you did your best and just it wasn't good enough, whatever. Right. But most people aren't even trying to try to get to their best. Mm-hmm. And that's really where I think where people are made. People are made between where they think they can't do anymore and where somebody like a coach pushes them to be the greatest. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times people want to quit. Like, I'm not a runner. I was more of a sprinter. I played softball. I was a sprinter. I think, Chrissy, you were a runner. But like, there is a time when people run. My husband was a runner. There's a point when you run where you want to quit. And if you press in, you get that second win. And so for me, I always have to evaluate myself and say, is this not working because I'm not doing everything? Do I need to press in a little bit more? Or is this just not for me? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a thin line, and you really have to do some self-evaluation to see whether something is not for you or you're just being a quitter. And so it for me, it's a little bit more of a struggle because I don't feel it's that liberating, because I'm going to give everything all I have until I know that I've heard from God and I need to move on to something else. And I've tried everything that I can do.
I think that with that, you give all of that to something you really want. Like, you are a sprinter. You're not a long distance runner. So somebody might say, Monda, you have the legs and the calf muscles to be a long distance runner. You better. And you like, no, I don't want to do that. And that's okay. That's what I guess where I'm saying sometimes influences, like you said, a coach will say, you're supposed to do this. It's like, no, I don't want to do that. And I'm not going to. And I'm okay with not doing that, because life is short and my goals may not be to do right. And I think that like a lot of times people get intimidated by setting goals because everybody, or there's this thing that if you write it on paper, you have to accomplish it, you have to do it, you have to do it in that amount of time. If you don't do it in that amount of time, then you're a failure. And people are like, oh shit, I'm not putting that much pressure on myself. So they won't act and they won't do anything.
Exactly.
So we just want to, kind of put that out there too, that you pressed on and you were a bomb softball player because you wanted to be a bomb softball player. But it's like sometimes we're influenced by, like, I know that we trade. Us 4 women, we trade. And Shay has said before, and we've said, like, trading isn't for everyone. But I know that we were just on with our mentor last night, And he was saying, like, when you're in a relationship and if your goal is this, but your partner's relationship goal is that, y'all don't have to be in conflict because y'all have two separate ways of getting to the bag, kind of. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, we're traders and we want to invite everybody to take a peek, take a look, see if it will fit you, and then make a decision. But the goal in that process, like Monda's saying, the journey is to try first. Right. I'm sure she's probably tried like the 400 and was like, yeah, that ain't me. I ain't running around no track 4 times. I'm not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, did she identify that she's a sprinter? You see what I'm saying? Yeah. But like, with the goal, you have to try new things. That they kind of go hand in hand, and then you figure out what works for you.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
that's very true. I did go to the best high school in the city of Detroit, and we won softball city softball championship 3 years in a row. So
y'all about to see me run up on Monda all the way to okay? Like but the thing is, like, yeah, I'm an athlete. The only reason why I ran cross country was to prepare for softball and volleyball season, so my endurance would be good. My coach understood that though. So when he needed me to run for something, I was available, but he knew that wasn't a priority. Right? Mm-hmm. Like, but that's that. Like, I guess that'll bring us into the next part. When you have a tough goal, when you want to make sure that you're giving your all, how do you or what do you do to stay focused? Because there's lots of distractions out here.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I think you got to like do the things like this, a little gold card that I have, and keep it before you. I've seen people do like outrageous things. Like Dr. Stacia has this course on manifestation, and my girlfriend was just look, see that? There you go. My girlfriend was just telling me about how she was manifesting by using this course, and one of the things she was saying is you got to get like outrageous with your goal, like saying it over and over and over again. Looking at it over and over. I mean, I had a friend that was putting stickies in her car, putting like toy, put it up here. But I mean, if people come over, they might think it's a little extreme.
It don't matter.
They need to mind their business.
Right. It works. And then like what was that? You said about, you know, just how you stay focused. I think that's the key. You know, write it, script it. She's big on scripting. This is like one of the things that she said was so good. Like, you go in your journal and you just write as if, like, you write it as like it has already happened. And you're meditating, like, what does it feel like when you achieve this goal? Like, what are you going to be, you know, when you amass, you know, whatever the goal is, you know, $10,000 from trading a month or something. What does that feel like? And if you don't put yourself in that kind of frame of mind when you're at 0, then you're not going to achieve it, because you're not going to know what it feels like, and you're not going to hunger for that. So I guess that kind of answers your question.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I don't know, I'm not one that, and that's just my personality, I'm not one that needs the constant, you know, what is that word, that needs the constant, I need stickers, I need this, I need that. I'm one, it's in the book, I know what I need to do. My brain has now programmed that is what I need to do. That is what I'm gonna do. I stick to a routine, and I'm good at it. And if I need to tweak, I tweak along. I've been through some stuff, right? So for me, I don't need this extra pressure of, and I know what I don't want to go back to. So I'm already focused. I guess that's my motivation.
Yeah.
I know I know what that looked like. I don't like it. So therefore I keep pushing, because that part that I don't like stays here, and it's like, nah, Shay. So for me personally, I have my little sticky notes here. They're here. I got my battle scars, you know, and so therefore that keeps me going. And I'm not. It doesn't bother me, and I think it's dope when I see people like put this up there, and then it's that motivation and that thing. Like, I've tried the mirror thing, and it gets on my nerves, and I'm like, I gotta clean this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I've seen it 2 days. Like, go Shay, you're dope, Shay, and I'm like, man, just erase this. You know what I'm saying? but in my mind, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I already have it. So I maybe this one I have to sit this one out because I got nothing to give y'all.
No, you giving us a lot, and it's
Right.
funny that you said that about the mirror, because as you were saying that the sticky notes doesn't work for you and things like that, like y'all know she's my big sister. She might be this much OCD, like everything has a place. It's like, look at her pictures. There's like everything, like everything. So if she seen my desk, she would be like, I gotta clean this up. Where's this supposed to go to? We're just like, she like that doesn't work for her personality, right?
Yes.
But it's in a nice, neat book that she
It
can
is.
flip through, and then she has her notebooks that she has hole punched, and
Yes,
she
I
has
do.
labeled everything down. So like, even though you don't put it on a sticky note and post it around you, because it may be too much,
It's
right? She's super organized with her 3-ring binder, and then she takes the paper and sticks it inside of the plastic, and it's like
enough already.
it has the pasta and the tabs on it, and it's like mastermind, Manny. Yeah, buying a new house, like, and it's just like, and then she said it's so. That's a wonderful thing, right? Like, you know what I mean? Just being organized, and you know, and I might be further along if I took some of her organizational, you know, stuff, because my stuff is everywhere. It's like if you could see this side of my desk, you'd be like, girl, you ain't concentrating on nothing. You got ADD. You everywhere. But it works for me. So
Right.
I like that you gave that example, and I'm glad that I'm close to you and I can elaborate. She's very much so visual about her stuff and her goals, but they're nicely neat in the perfectly contained situation. And that's why she's bomb at everything that she does, and you know, all that stuff.
Thank you. Thank you.
That's
But
funny.
I'll be slipping.
I'm like a combination because I have the post-it notes everywhere, but then I have the books with the different categories. I have like I have my note. I did the David thing. I made myself a $10,000 bill and I stuck it right there with my affirmation. I have them on my walls. But then I literally, because now I have a notebook for crypto. I have one for Forex. I have one for HFX. I have one for mindset. Like, so yeah, I'm a combination. Whatever works.
It's so funny because I'm the same way. And yesterday, when we were on Go Live, and Kurt was talking, and I accidentally picked up the wrong book, and I was like frazzled, and I was like, I ripped the page out, right, to grab the right book to rewrite.
Right.
Yep. I did that last week like 3 times.
And I'm like Toy. I got pieces of paper everywhere with Kurt's notes and other notes. It's just all over the place. But that everybody's different.
Whatever works.
That's right.
Yeah.
Listen, as long as you do it, that's the whole point, right?
That's true. Yep.
You just gotta press forward.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we've set all of our goals, we've had to reset some goals. We've had to reevaluate a little bit. We figured out the best way to get focused, get back on track. What do you do to celebrate when you actually achieve some of those longer term goals?
Mm.
Yeah.
You know, this is something that I'm working on. I am, but I just started, like, our team. We've been planning, just on growing our teams, and we've set some goals. Like, okay, when we reach this, what is going to be our goal? What are we going to do as a result? Like, what's going to be our goal as a result? And I think that that's so good. You know, when I used to, work a full-time job, I would have, I would have projects and I would have huge conferences that I would have to run. And afterwards, I would always say, okay, I've worked. Okay, what's going to be my reward? What am I going to do? I'm going to take some time off and I'm going to go on a cruise. I'm going to take some time off and I'm going to do this. And I forgot about, like, in your own personal life, you need to do the same thing. Like, okay, I'm pressing, like, okay, I got my house. Okay, we're almost done with it. Okay, now what am I going to do? And I just told my husband, like, I'm about to book us a hotel, a staycation, and we're about to just enjoy the pool. We like to sit outside, go to the spa, and that'll be our reward. We're done with the home. That's going to be our reward. Yeah. So like things like that, I'm still working on because it's not top of mind. It's what's top of mind is the goal, but then you got to think about what's the reward, and maybe you break up some milestones and you do some rewarding along the way so you don't get burned out.
Okay.
That's good.
That is good. I think I'm like Monda in a sense, a little. Like, don't get me wrong, I love to have fun. My friends, I hope my friends are watching. We like to get together and eat and chill and cook and just have a great old time. But I think like achieving the goal is like the reward. Like, I'll stop and twerk like, hey, I got it, hey. But success is that moving target, right? So it's like once, especially like, because like in trading, it's different from like purchasing a home. Because like purchasing a home, it might take you, you got to go through the processes and things. Some things go on with the bank and this, that, and the third. And some things are like out of your control, and you got to be a little bit more, I don't know what the word I'm looking for, kind of like patient with the process. Like, oh, okay, well, the bank this or so and so that. But like with trading and your goals, you can be set up real good, and if you lack patience, you can achieve your goal and then the next day wipe it out. So you like, you know what I'm saying? So you kind of got to be
always on the celebration.
right. You kind of got to give yourself a little delayed gratification. Yeah. Because it's like when I'm like, hey, I'm busting this HFX, I lose the next one. Damn it. You know what I'm saying? So like sometimes I'm like, I'm not celebrating. It ain't time yet.
Right. Yeah, that's right, and it's true. And it depends on exactly what you're celebrating and what you're celebrating for. Because I remember the first trade I ever took that I marked up by myself, and it went into profit. It was a celebration, but it was also an affirmation. Like, girl, you know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so then that carried me on in my trading journey. Like, okay, you can stick to this. You know what you're doing, and let's just step it up. So for me, it's like a constant celebration because I'm still here doing it, right? As opposed to like, I'm going to buy a new house or I've reached a financial goal of where I need to be. Everyone knows Shay's getting on that plane and she's traveling and she's taking her homies with her. You know what I'm saying? So it's just that there goes that celebration on. And so, yeah, so it depends on what it is that we're looking, but I'm celebrating really hard. I need Corona to go away so I can do some celebrating.
Right. Listen, I'm simple. I'm kind of a fat girl on the inside.
Food.
Don't tell nobody this, y'all. Cheesecake Factory.
Ooh.
Just one cheesecake. Now, when I say one cheesecake, I mean 1 10-inch round. Me on my couch. I'll do like 2 slices, maybe 3 slices a day. Okay? Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I'm gonna have some cheesecake. Don't look at me like that, Wanda. Don't look at me like that, Wanda.
That's like upset stomach.
Pepto Bismol.
I've been eating cheesecake all my life. Right?
Oh wow. What type of cheesecake?
No, just New York style baked cheesecake. I don't need no
Juniors.
I
Like
like Juniors, and I'm from New York.
No. Like I like the one, like it's one for Thanksgiving that has the pumpkin with the cinnamon and stuff in it. That's phenomenal. Really, really good. And I like having the strawberry syrupy topping stuff on it sometimes. But like the inner fat girl just wants to take the whole damn cake to the couch with a spoon. Just
I'm with you.
Share with your son? Can he get one?
Of course. My baby loves cheesecake.
At least he can have some. At least you ain't like this.
For my birthday, I almost didn't get a piece for my birthday because I don't like I don't do birthday cake for birthdays. Like we do muffins. Like I do because I don't put frosting on them. Like we'll make a whole thing of cupcakes because we don't eat them like normal people. We might eat 2 or 3 at a time, so we don't do the frosting too because it's too much sugar. Listen, Monda, don't make the face at me. Yeah,
you like okay,
right? But that's just it. Like I feel like Monda too. When I accomplish something big. Then, like, I bought myself some very expensive shoes. And I was like, I
shoes.
deserve these shoes.
Right.
So I want my shoes.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, I'm not going to go overboard. I'm not going to do a whole bunch of stuff. But these shoes, I've been eyeballing these things for the whole time I had these gold sets. Give me my shoes.
I do that too. I do that too, Chrissy. I will do that. Like, I will be like, I've been good to myself. You've been holding it down, Toy. Go ahead and splurge on yourself. So yes, I would do that. Like my glasses, they're Tom Ford. They were a little bit expensive. I saved. I hit my goal. I got my Tom Ford. You know what I'm saying? So like, I do that. So yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah,
that's good. And you must celebrate. I know my dad used to do. He would go and, like he said, he work hard, he gonna play hard, and he would go buy shoes. That was his thing, and he'd wear the new shoes out the store, even if it didn't match his outfit right there. Because his idea was, if he gets hit by a car, it's gonna be a secondhand shoe to somebody else. It's never gonna be brand new. So I get a little bit of that in me. It's just like, I want it, I'm using it. You know how some people buy stuff and I'm gonna wear it for this time? Nope, she's gonna wear it today. Because God knows, you ain't promised tomorrow. So if someone come raid that closet, they're gonna know she already wore it.
Right.
Listen,
Right.
I don't think that's bad. Now, do you guys help, like, okay, no, better question. How do you guys approach goal setting in team settings? Because I know all of us are alphas. So we usually are the leaders of the packs, right? So how do you approach goal setting for teams, like for group activities?
Are you talking about individual goals, or are you talking about your team goals?
Team.
I'm going to step out of this. I'm not a team person.
I know how Monda do it. Which way do I point? I'm trying to get to the corner. I know how she do it, because she do the same thing I do.
What do I do?
We organize, we delegate and distribute tasks. You and I both do the same thing. Yeah. Like, I figure out what we need to do, the steps that we need to take to do it. And I just can you do this? Would you mind doing this? This seems like something you'd be great at. Do you want to tackle that part?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. You got to give them the encouragement and the positive feedback and support.
Yep,
that's right.
God is still working on me on that one. I'm gonna sit this one out. You already know how I feel about people, right? Like carrying folks along, especially grown folks. So I'm learning from you guys, has taught me so much, and I am growing. I'm not there yet, but I am growing, because it takes a lot to be a leader. It takes a lot of patience, and you got to go deep inside a place, for me, that I didn't know existed. And I like people, and I don't at the same time. I like people, but I don't like lazy people. And I realized that lazy and stupid people don't mix well with me. And so therefore I have a hard time, but I'm learning. And I'm learning from, like, you guys, you know what I'm saying? I admire the patience you guys have. I admire the tenacity and all that great stuff. And I'm like, one day I'm going to grow up and be like that. Right now I'm not there. And therefore I approach the team building differently, because I don't want to be that, damn, Shay's annoying. Like, she's like, I can't, my face says it all, and I don't want to offend my team people. You know what I'm saying? But
written all over your face.
Right. You don't have to say a word. No, but I'm glad you're so self-aware. I love it.
But I'm working on it, because I want to be there. But I'm not there. So I'm going to lean back and let y'all take this one.
Okay, what about you, Toy?
In, exhale. I am also a work in progress. Here at I Am Mastery Academy, Shay and I, we are on the same team. And we've had a team up to about 15, 20 people between the two of us. And Shay and I were like ripping and running up and down the highway. We're doing trainings. We were giving everything we have. Like we have a weekly call. We're setting stuff up with our leadership with like Jewel Tankard and just doing the best that we could with jobs and family and dog. And for us, we was just all the hard work was for nothing. Everybody walked away. So, and that's fine. That's fine. You know, I hear David E. Monetier and all of our chairman 50s and 750s and everything and above is like, so what? Let them walk away. But I am like, you're not going to hurt me more than once. Is that, you see what I'm saying? Like, I ain't going to let you in again to hurt me. Right. So, you know what I mean? Now, like when people come on the team, we provide them with everything that they need in order to be successful. We point them in the direction of I Am Academy and Go Live. And we say we have access to the best mentor in the world.
Knock yourself out.
Yeah, we give them access to everything because it's like when I went to North Carolina Agricultural and Technical State University and got my bachelor's degree, my best friend's mother took me to the school for not the orientation, but the open house, the thing before the open house when you want to go, like, you know what I'm talking about? She took me because that was her alma mater. I went and I was like, I'm going here. Like, this is the best thing ever. She was my referral. She never helped me do shit at that school. Do you understand? Like nothing. Like she didn't show me where the bookstore was. Nothing. I went in there and I got it done. So when people join our team, I'm not an educator. I'm not a teacher. I'm not the person that's going to tell you where a trend line is and this, that, and the third. Now, if you go on with my educators that I have referred you to, because I will give you the map. You know, because when I went to A&T, they gave me a school map. So I knew, okay, the lunchroom is over here. My classes are over here. And I got to be, you know, but nobody was like holding my hand. Right, and for some reason, which blows my mind, grown people, because I'm grown. I don't have any 18, 17-year-old friends. Everybody that comes around me, they grown. And there's this level of hand holding, like, one young lady, she joined one of my groups. She wasn't part of my team, and that's what happens. They join teams, and then their team leaves them in the sauce, and then they know you know how to trade, and they said, well, can you show me? No, I learned how to trade using the academy. Use the academy. Just because I know how to do it doesn't mean I know how to relay the information. Yes or yes, right? Like, I may not be good at explaining it to you and breaking it down. I may not have the patience for you to tell me, oh, I want to take a trade at the 382. And I'm like, no, you can't do that. And they're like, well, and they're going back and forth with me. And I'm like, you know what, do what you want to do. So, you know, like I'm a lot with Shay. Me and Shay have had things, you know, touch us. It's like, yo, we're ripping and running up down highways. We're doing any and everything for our team for them to be like, yeah, we're good on y'all. Have a nice life. It's like, what? We're traumatized. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bitcoin. What you mean? How you going to be like that? So the chair, like that's what we love about this organization. People who have tough skin, people who don't care about stuff like that, people who are going to go, have a love for people. You can be successful in this space and take trade ideas and get paid twice. And those of us who are like, I'm cool with people, but I like people who have a level of independence, you know, can walk to a beat of their own drum. They got people like that on our organization too. There's 200,000 people and counting within our organization.
Right. And
we may have, let's just say 2,500 chairmen. Do you see that? Like 10%, less than 10%. That's 1%, right? 1% are the ones that are like, they have the people part. Like for real, David E. Monetier is a people person. Dr. Stacey, she's a people person. She's gonna draw you in. She's a life coach. She cares. She want to nurture. She want to build you up. And me and Shay is like, there's a website. What else do you want from me? Like I just, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm so glad for this chat and Women of Enrichment and everything like that because I'm keeping it 100. If the way that I and Shay do things, we're not saying we're leaving you for dead. I can call people up and they're like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
You can go on, you know, our Mindful Wealth Creators, our Facebook page, and we have testimonials where, you know, I have helped people and I will get on a Zoom and I will do that. But if you pay for 3 months and you like, yeah, how you count pips? Get off my line. Get off my line. Like, I don't have it for you. No. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's, I hope that is understood. When I refer you to this type of platform, I assume that you are an adult and you're going to take this type of decision seriously and govern yourself accordingly. And if you're somebody that needs to be handheld, you have Chrissy, you know what I'm saying, that got you. You know what I'm saying? She gonna have a whip. She gonna be in your inbox. Like, did you do what you supposed to do?
I give you the toughest love you deserve. Okay? Because everybody that joins my team, we take the time. Like, I'm not gonna say my team. If you join specifically with me, I take the time to sit down with you. We find out how much time you have during the week to dedicate to your education. And then I hold you accountable for the information that you give me, because I didn't tell you that you need to be available at 9. You said you were. And when you're not, I'm going to tap you on the shoulder, send you a message. Hey.
See, I ain't tapping.
That's it. I ain't got to say that. Like, because that's the thing too. We have different levels to the team. They're like, you get in VIP, but you could get further than VIP. But you can only get further than VIP if you've been doing what the VIPs do, which is work. Because I am a very big proponent of you learning at your own pace. That's why everything that we do is recorded. All of the Go Lives are recorded. All of our team sessions are recorded. You can go in and watch any educator on any day and it's recorded. You can come into the recorded live 10 minutes after it starts and start it from the beginning so that you're caught up, right? So if it's recorded, you know when it is, because everything is very consistent here. Then you're going to get some tough love. But I love you. I love you so much.
And I appreciate Chrissy. And I don't want me and Shay to come across as like we just going to throw you to the wolves. That's not what we do. We have a structure and we have stuff that we have for our team. However, you pay for iMastery Academy.
Yep.
Her upline is an educator within the academy. So it makes sense that their team does what they do. But you may come here and you say, you know what? I just want to learn this. You have access to the entire academy. Use it. Yep. And like she said, that her team works. Shay and I and Monda, we got VIP passes. We are honorary team takeoff. And when I tell you, we worked. Do you understand? We worked our ass off. Like, what? So when people come and they're like, Shay got a phone call from somebody and was like, hey, when you gonna teach me how to trade?
Never, Ari. I never told you I was an educator. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't never gonna learn. Not for me.
People think that you're gonna have like a 30-minute conversation with them. They really compare learning how to trade to having a conversation with like a CFP. And where CFP is like, we're gonna put you in this IRA, we're gonna get you in this mutual fund, we're gonna put your money over here, and we'll see you in 6 months. That's not what this is. We are not certified financial planners. We are not telling you what to do with your money. We are providing you with a platform that gives you the skills so you can do what those certified financial planners are lying to y'all about. But I'm telling y'all what to do with y'all money. We're giving you the skills so you can do it yourself. And you don't need all the extra layers. That's
I will help you set up your MetaTrader 4. I will make sure your trading views this. Is your fib settings on right? I will help you do that. But if you think I'm gonna sit here and teach you when we have hundreds of educators, why am I reinventing the wheel? And I'm not an educator yet. Coming for you, Kurt.
There you go. There you go.
I'm coming for you, Kurt. But at this moment, that we have it's an educational platform. Go educate yourself.
Right.
I agree. I mean, I think we have access to the best platform. I mean, when you're part of IM, our platform is amazing. I tell people we got our on-demand portion, and then you got your live portions. I mean, I think that the one thing that our team offers is community. And I think right now, because we're all at home, everyone is looking for community. I mean, we're all not as mobile as we used to be. We can't travel like we used to. We can't do the stuff that we used to. And so people are looking for community. And so, you know, that's one thing that our team, we have. I mean, Team Takeoff is hyping their chat. And our chat is so live. I mean, it's just real hype. We have a very, very good community. And like everyone said, you know, we always help each other. So we're trying to get everybody to the next level. Okay, we're having this for you starting HFX. Okay, here's how you do it. If you're starting Forex, here's how you do it. Because we're constantly having new people on our team all the time. So we're constantly doing some trainings, and we have the videos, and it's all archived and all that stuff. So, you know, I think what makes us special right now is that people not only need multiple streams of income, but they also need a community that they can kind of feel like home. That was like the Cheers thing. Somebody knows your name, you go in there. You know, that's what people are looking for. People are looking for a place of community, and you're looking for an opportunity to grow. And that's and to me, that's what it's all about. I'm not sure why my phone is beeping. Oh, I accidentally hit my watch. Oh, talking.
Okay, so listen, at the end of the day, we want you to succeed, right?
Mm-hmm.
And part of success is setting attainable goals.
Yes.
If your goal is to create or have multiple streams of income, you know where we are. We are asking that you set realistic expectations for your additional streams of income. I ask my people to give me 90 days dedicated to education only, because once you get done with that 90 days, you are a consistently profitable trader if you've sat down and taken the time to follow the steps and go through the education. The platform has everything that you need.
Mm-hmm.
You're not only copying and pasting, but you copy, paste, and know why, right? And that's the biggest thing. So write down your goals, because everybody wants more money. But how are you going to get more money?
And what are you going to get for that?
Right.
That
you
part.
Bus.
Yeah.
And we're looking for you.
I like that. I love that, Chrissy. I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. I mean, for real. Seriously. I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry. Go ahead.
You good? No, those are my final thoughts. Do y'all have any final thoughts?
No, I think you nailed everything right on the coffin. You know, I don't know how we went from goal setting to me and Shay, we don't like people. I don't know how we went from, we did that. I don't know how that happened. It is not true. I love people. I really do. But I want people to just, you know,
be honest with themselves.
Hold yourself accountable. Hold yourself accountable.
Yeah. And
I'm
like
not
the community.
And I'm not responsible for your success. I can help you.
Right.
Responsible for hitting your goal.
If you come to me and you said you did this and that, and you're not sure, that's different from I took a trade and it failed, and it's like, okay, let me take a look. What's a candle? What's a pip? And you're like, what? Nah.
We've literally had people have to say, like, did you get in the academy? Did you do this? No. And they took trade. What'd she say? I can feel it or something. I feel the market. I'm like,
feel
what?
The market.
You don't feel that money leaving.
Right. She was like, what? Like, why would you feel the market when you could hop on with Patrick and DeLorean and he gonna fill up your wallet with money? Like, why would you just?
Yeah.
I don't want to feel nothing. I want to see when to copy and paste on the screen.
Right. Interesting. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, I would agree.
Community, we're all community. Like when you come to iMastery Academy and you may be on Chrissy's team and Chrissy's like beating your butt and she's being mean, you come on over and talk to me. I got you. I know how to deal with Chrissy when she being mean. No problem.
She only saying that because she got in the chat with me one day and she asked me a question, and I always have follow-up questions, but my follow-up questions are only with regards to the rules that we follow. And it just turned out that she hadn't followed a couple of those.
Yeah.
So it's just tough love. Like
it was exactly what I needed. I wanted to complain. I showed her my trade and she was like, did you follow the rules? there was nothing else I could say. Nope. I'll talk to you later. Like there was nothing else I could say. You know, it was just the conversation was over. But that 2 minutes that she gave me, Shay and I are absolutely willing to do it. But do you see how I came to the table with so much? Like I had to chart the reason why I was upset, what's going on, and she looked at it and said, "Well, I see what happened. Where'd you stop following the rules?" And it was like,
yeah.
I didn't go through my checklist. So all right, I'll be back with the next one if I'm mad.
Right. And then had a bomb week after that.
Yeah.
Yes, I remember that.
I think that you know, like everybody is it, you know, when you call us, when you talk to us and you're looking for goals, you're looking for something different. You kind of got a goal in mind. Like, I don't want to be in this position, you know, a year from now or 6 months from now. And it takes a little bit of trust. So trust us to help you get there and be willing to put the work in so that you can get to where you want to go, because it is possible. It is totally possible. And we want to help. So I think that's what everyone is saying, is that even though sometimes people don't do all that you ask them to do, it is still possible for people to get there. And sometimes it takes them your self-reflection, like Christina will tell you, you know, well, did you follow the rules? Sometimes it takes that for people to be like, okay, all right, let me go back and
go back there, follow them rules.
And that's really part of goal setting. That's part of tweaking and doing better. And
it's not even to be mean, but I don't know how to help you until I find out where you got off track.
Right.
And being on track is following them rules. And that's usually it. Because the hardest thing at what we do is ourselves.
Yes.
In our own way, it's up to us to get out of our own way.
True. Very true.
Oh, this was good. This was good.
Yeah, great conversation, Christina.
I love our little chat.
Listen. I love hopping on these sessions on Tuesdays and Thursdays. We will see you guys on Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, right here on Facebook. Check each and every one of us out on our IGs. They've been scrolling across the bottom of the screen. Hit us up on Facebook. We are here for you, but we can run with a bunch. We can't carry one.
Come on, let's run, y'all. Let's run. Let's go.
Come on.
See y'all.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Have a good weekend.
Bye.
Bye.